How's it going, ladies and Bruce? I'm Sixkilla and welcome back to Zero Escape VLR. We're in the laboratory. I think we're getting somewhere. We're doing pretty well. I have written down what I think is the right combination for putting the seeds into these thingies. It might not be right. But then again, it might be right. A cylinder full of seeds. They're round. One half is coloured and the other half isn't, so that's marked, I guess. We got two different marked flavoured ones though. Although I think stripe goes over there. Each seed requires a particular kind of culture. Place each seed in the appropriate beaker. By dragging the seed on top of another seed, you can switch them. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on, but here goes. Okay, so... How do I... Okay, so, I'm thinking... Like that. How's that? Good. Man, I'm glad I worked that out in the last episode. You did it, Sigma. You're sowing your seeds. Oh my god. Don't say that. Huh? Why not? Just don't. Quiet, you two. Look at this. Quiet, you. Oh, a red capsule. Can I have that? There's a red capsule sitting in the hole. Alright, so now we just need to do the DNA machine thing. That's the only thing we haven't done now. Hang on, I'm just gonna read the thing again. This one. Plus plant material. Okay, so does that mean the roots? I mean, it says roots or seeds. Saline water. And ethanol. We've got the okay, yeah, I can do that. So, like, any seed will be fine, right? Yeah, you think I should? No, I just mean, you should put... Don't you think you should put all of them in? You mean all 5 different types of seed? Interesting. Why not? Alright, done. The saline. Alright. I'll pour the saline solution in here. And then we need the ethanol. There's a funnel above the beaker. Filtered liquid comes out of it. Eventually. Okay, looking good. And then this one. Alright, I need to put the ethanol in the beaker. It's yellow. Then... I guess this should do it. And then I need an empty capsule, right? Alright, I'm gonna dip the protrusion in the capsule into the stuff on the beaker. Awesome, you got them all. We have the yellow capsule. We still have an empty capsule though, which means... Oh, we have the roots, so we'll do the roots too. Time to throw the roots in the mixer. That'll grind that down, and do we still have saline and ethanol and everything? I assume we do. Alright, done. Saline, there we go. Pour the saline in. This is going well. Actually, I think this is going better than probably any of the puzzle rooms we've done up till now. Oh, we got a green one this time. Very nice. And then we need the ethanol. And then we just got to figure out what we do with the capsules. I assume it has something to do with the microscope and the PDA, or the PDA. PDA, what am I living in, 1997? Christ. You know, the tablet. PDA. Oh my god. I think I fell into the past. Oh my gosh. You got it all. Alright, well that's that. Oh my god, I'm in the past. How did that happen? That's right. Okay, yellow. Oh, look. The screen changed. What's going on? Put in the yellow capsule, right? I think it reacted to that. Don't know, but I was just thinking. Thinking what? Well, that thing we just put in had plant DNA in it, right? Maybe that caused this. Anyway, let's have a look. This is the safe password. Okay, yep. So we got sun, star, And then... moon. Good. That's just what we need. Yeah, now we can get to the safe. Cool. We put other ones in? Sigma, come here. What's wrong? I can see something in here. What do you mean something? Just look. It's easier than explaining. Oh no. What the heck is this? Probably a simplified version of DNA sequence. A is adenine. G is guanine. C is cytosine. T is thymine. I think we can manipulate it. Yeah. It looks like the puzzle has to do with pairing these bases. Bases? Yeah, DNA is made out of 4 bases. Adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine. However, you can only bind A and T, or G and C. Anything else just won't work. These are called complementary base pairs. You should know a lot about this stuff. I guess so. Anyway, you should be able to solve the puzzle now. Give it a shot. Reposition each row so that each A is connected to a T and each G is connected to a C. Move each row sideways until the letters match up. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. C and T, did you say? What is going on? What controls what? I'm very confused about what controls what. Oh, okay. The C and T are right there. So there's... I'm confused. I mean, I know what you want me to do, I just don't know how to do it, I guess. What does that do? Ah, oh, these are the pairs. I thought it meant across the thing. Ah. So it's like, I see. Okay, I was not doing that right at all then. It makes a lot more sense now. I thought I was pairing them across the border, but I was pairing them in the... Never mind. It doesn't matter, it's done now, right? Good job, Sigma. That was awesome. You want a treat? I'm not hungry. You're turkey. What in the hell? Stop screwing off, we don't have time for that. Now get over here and look at this. There's something on it. Oh, yeah, oh shit, I just put my pen away. Okay, so star, moon, moon. Good. Shapes are in different places. Alright, now where's our safe? There. Well, that's nice and convenient. Yeah. We all know what the freaking safe does now, guy. Come on. This ain't our first rodeo. Okay. That gives us the secret file. Alright, let's do the other one. Moon. Wait, that's not right. Oh, that's the other one. Star. Moon. Moon. Good. Done, ski. On to the next one. Axelavir. It opened. Awesome. The suspense was killing me. We got the Axelavir. We can actually cure him this time. Okay, what do we got here? First is a map. It says floor B. The one I found in the infirmary said floor A. So did the one from the lounge. Then that would make floor A the top floor, right? I mean, we rode the elevator down to get here. Yeah, I guess so. How can you tell if it's going up or down? Let's keep looking. There's a lot of stuff in here. Amberdex cards. Each one's got a picture of a moon on it. And these have to be the cards the announcer was talking about. Looks like they gave us 2, just like the sun cards. I'm a solo, so I'll hang on to one. Cool? Sure, fine. Next up, we got a notebook. Anything interesting? I can't read any of this. Are these even letters? What the heck is this? Isn't it a journal? It's got dates and stuff. Maybe, but I can't read any of it. What language is it? Who knows? Maybe it's Brazilian? They speak Portuguese in Brazil. Anyway, what else have we got here? Looks like we got 2 more things. Is that medicine? What does it say on the label? Axelavir. Axelavir? Wait, didn't Luna say something about Axelavir? You're right. This is it. This is Axelavir, the cure for Radical 6. Hold on, let me see that. Later. We need to get out of here as quick as possible. Yeah, we need to get the stuff to Quark. First, we gotta get out of this room. Yeah, but that's easy. You got it, right? Yep. Let's go. This is probably my favorite puzzle in the game so far. I like this one. Probably because I can do it. I didn't have to struggle so much. The lock for the door. Right now it says lock. You guys ready? Let's do it. Let's get it over with. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Howdies. See you later.
Hey, hold on a minute.
What?
There's something... Nah, I guess there's a couple of things I want to double check. Well, one of them's not really significant, I guess.
Huh?
First off, this machine.
Oh, you never used it?
We didn't even end up using this thing, did we?
No.
I was just wondering what it was.
I thought it was like a mixer, but I don't know. Not sure how I'm supposed to answer that. Look at the side here. There's a name or something. IG Replicator?
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
Can we replicate the Axelavir? So it's like a copy machine.
Yeah, probably copies IG, whatever that is.
Any ideas?
Who knows? Ice cream by the gallon?
Why are we asking her? She's an idiot. Of course. This machine must be here so that we can just make all the ice cream we want. Are you nuts? You're one idiotic girl, you know that? In other words, an IG.
Oh, good one.
Oh no, it's infectious.
Hey, this isn't the time for stupid jokes. There's a helpless child back there in the infirmary who needs our help.
Oh yeah, now you care. He was right, of course. I hung my head in shame. Oh.
At any rate, as long as we don't know what IG means, we can't do anything with this machine, right?
Right.
That's right.
Makes sense. On to the second issue. Sigma, you found a journal and some sort of vial in the safe, right?
Yeah?
The vial. Could you show it to me again?
Why?
I didn't really get a good look at it before. You guys were in there so close I could barely see it. Was it really Axelavir?
Yeah, definitely. As I spoke, I pulled the vial out of my pocket. See, it's written right there on the label. Axelavir.
You really are an idiot.
Huh?
Although I guess in this case the G in IG stands for guy.
What? I don't... The words were barely out of my mouth when he moved. Before I could blink, the vial disappeared from my hand. Hey, what gives?
What are you doing?
Theo slipped the vial quickly into his coat.
Oh, don't worry. I'll keep it safe. I'll even give it back to you later.
No, not later. Give it back now.
I don't think so. If you want it back, you're gonna have to listen to my request.
Request?
Yeah, that's what I said. If you want this back, in the next AB game, you have to choose ally.
Ally? Is that why you took the medicine? To blackmail me? We were gonna choose ally anyway.
That's horrible! You're using Quark's life as leverage!
Well, I've got some really good reasons to do so. I'll be happy to give it back if you just do what I say.
I didn't realize until they started to hurt that I'd kill my hands and fists. If Dio would only give me an opening.
I wouldn't try and take it back by force if I were you. You make any sudden moves and I'll smash it.
Patted his pocket gently.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Axelavir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
Yeah, but then the entire other 8 people here will lynch and kill you. Is it really worth it? Damn it.
That's not fair.
This game isn't about compassion. It's not about being clever. It's about one thing. How well you can manipulate people to your advantage. How unfair you can be. So, what are you gonna do? Ready to promise me you'll pick ally?
Fine. I promise.
Sigma!
Oh, I knew you'd say it eventually. I'm glad you understand how this works. But don't think about trying anything funny. Break your promise and... well, you know what happens.
And if you break it, you know what happens. Everyone else will kick your ass. I'll get Kay to sit on you.
See you chumps later. I'm really looking forward to the next round.
With one last self-satisfied chuckle, Theo strutted out of the room.
Are you really going to do what he says?
Yeah.
Sigma, you've only got one BP right now. If we choose ally and he chooses betray...
I know. I'll drop to -1, that means I'll be
But
penalized.
that means...
Look, it's not like I want to, alright? If we don't do as he says, he'll destroy the medicine. If he does that, then Quark will...
So you're going to die to save his life? That's... Why would you do that?
Because I'm not a monster? In all honesty, I was terrified. My choice was far from a foregone conclusion. Well, we should get back to the upper floor. Everybody else is probably finished already. I bet they're waiting for us. I didn't wait for Clover's response. You can't break it. It's like the hostage thing. Taking hostages is no guarantee because you can't shoot a hostage if you've only got one, because then there's nothing protecting you anymore. He has one hostage. One thing to protect him, the medicine. If he breaks it, he's got nothing. So he has to either be bluffing or he's willing to die for it. Either way, he loses. Alright, here we go. Time for an Ambidex game. It's been a while.
An Ambidex gate has been opened.
How exciting.
45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Very exciting.
Sorry. I went ahead and cracked it open a bit early.
Dio. In one of his hands is a moon key. He twirled it around like a veteran gambler, grinned and slid it back in his pocket.
You don't mind, right? I figured you and Clover would get up here right away. Besides, I thought it'd be best to get this done soon before you lose your nerve. I don't know about you, I'm really looking forward to the next round.
Ugh. I glanced around the warehouse. Alice and Kay were back. As was Phi. And of course Clover. See, if I was actually here, I would immediately tell everyone he's got the Axelavir. Then we'll watch him as he breaks it, and then kill him. Where's Tenmyoji and the rest of them?
They're in the infirmary.
We carried Quark to one of the beds. Tenmyoji and Luna are looking after him.
How's he
see.
doing?
Well, it's hard to say. He seems to be sleeping soundly, but beyond that, there's really no way to know.
No change then, huh?
Right.
So what was your room, Sigma?
A laboratory.
Is that so?
Did it look like the kind of place where they'd be researching viruses and DNA and those kinds of things?
Yes.
Yeah, it did.
Was there any of that Axelavir?
Yes.
Don't tell those other idiots.
I'd tell them anyway.
Axelavir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
My eyes flicked to Dio for a moment. No, nothing. Besides me, Clover bit her lip.
I see.
So how'd it go with you? Find anything interesting? Fi only shook her head. With an unison of movement that almost looked choreographed, Allison K shrugged.
Where does that leave us? We still got about 40 minutes left until voting ends.
What are you gonna do?
I'm a little curious about that lab you found. I thought I might go take a peek at it.
I'll show you the way then.
That would be wonderful.
I think I'll go have a look at the room Alice K and Tenmyoji found. Never know. Maybe you missed something. Perhaps there's some Axelavir hidden somewhere in there.
Ugh, what a bastard.
Then I shall take you there.
What about you two? Where are you going?
I'll, I think I'll start by heading over to the infirmary and see how Quark's doing.
Then I will too.
Glad that's settled.
Well, then we can tell them. She nodded to Clover and then they disappeared through the magenta door. Theo and Kay followed a few footsteps behind. We'll just tell Fi. Okay then. Guess you should be going too.
Hold on. Show me that journal first. Dio told me about it. He wouldn't tell me anything about the lab except that you found a journal with, his words, some sort of bullshit language. He said you had it, so I was hoping I could take a look.
Yeah. One sec. I dug the journal out of my pocket and handed it to Fi. She began to flip through the pages, her eyes quickly scanning each one.
This is Latin.
Latin? You mean you can read it?
Yeah, with time in a dictionary.
So in other words, no.
Pardon me for not being able to translate a dead language on the fly. This looks like some kind
You
of
should be
research
sorry.
log.
God damn it.
It's not gonna be some sort of, I took the dog for a walk today. It was nice kind of stuff. I can understand a little of it. Mostly conjunctions and things like that. But most of these words I've never even seen before.
Fi started to leaf through the book again. There she spoke. Then suddenly she stopped.
Wait. I can read this one. Page 216. This isn't research notes. It looks like a personal entry.
What's it say?
Don't rush me. This is gonna take a minute.
Got it?
Interesting. All right, I think I got it. It looks like they're talking about Radical 6.
Oh wow. What? Why are they talking about that?
Not sure. Let me read it to you. Keep in mind I'm paraphrasing.
Sure. When the body is infected with Radical 6, the processing speed of the brain is reduced. That's what we got then. When we got all slowed down and shit. If we assume the brain currently operates on a 1-to-1 basis, with regards to time, Radical 6 reduces this to a 1 to the square root of 1/6, or approximately 1 to 0.408. That means that each second that passes outside, the patient feels only 0.408 seconds have passed inside. Therefore, when 1 second passed inside, approximately 2.45 seconds, or the square root of 6 seconds have passed outside. In other words, when 10 seconds pass in the real world, a patient infected with Radical 6 would feel as if only 4 seconds have passed. This is why the virus is termed Radical 6. Radical is another term for what we know as root operation, function inverse to the taking of a power. In a less mathematical sense, it could also be used to refer to something that is extreme or severe. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. The exact cause of this is unclear, and although there is, as of yet, no direct link between suicidal urges and the reduction in mental processing speed, many believe that they are not unrelated. Those infected with Radical 6 perceive the world to be moving at a fever pitch, as if it were a video cassette being fast-forwarded. For instance, although the patient believes that only 10 seconds have passed, in fact 24.5 seconds have passed. Given this increased speed of input, maintaining the ability to observe and reason would become a Herculean task. One theory holds that the disparity in time perception causes the brain to be flooded with massive amounts of information. Unable to keep up, it begins to fail. Whatever the cause, the infected invariably attempt to take their own lives, which is arguably the most terrifying aspect of the virus. Research suggests that a targeted antiviral could kill or at least disable Radical 6, but we've been unable to develop one. It seems our best hope now is to harvest antibodies from someone with a natural immunity to the virus. Thus far, however, we've been unable to locate a suitable subject, so I have continued my efforts to discover an alternative means of treatment. Given my current rate of progress, I predict I will have a workable treatment within a decade or two. Oh, cool. So useful. It is my fervent hope that humanity will be able to survive that long. The bodies of those dead from the suicide are piling up along the roads leading into and out of town. The entire area reeks with the stench of decay, and the sky is filled with the constant buzzing of flies. At times, their swarms are so thick that when one passes, it feels as if a cloud has gone over the sun. Every day I see more crows, and rats are everywhere, feeding on the dead. Ironically, the only healthy-looking creatures are the stray cats who have grown fat on a plentiful rodent diet. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters. I don't know how many were saved, but I fear only a handful. Their survival is the only hope that remains for the human race. Oh Lord, please, let their future be a bright one. Wow. Alright, that's a lot of information. Now we know what the virus does to you, though. If you get infected, your brain slows down by the root of 1/6. That's what? About 40%.
That isn't the important part. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide.
Yeah, you're right. That would explain why Quark was, well, trying to kill himself. Yes, it would. Thanks,
There are
clever
two other
clogs.
things in here that worry me. First, the part about how they haven't managed to develop a treatment for it yet. What do you make of that?
What am I supposed to make of it? Maybe they just hadn't found one when this journal was written? I mean, from what we know, there's a drug called Axelavir that cures it.
Exactly. But in the journal it says it might take 20 years to make something like that.
Hold on a second. I'm getting confused. When was this thing even written? When they kidnapped us? In 2028 or whatever the hell it was? Have we been under here for like 20 years? Is it possible that we've been like in stasis for 20 years?
December 29th. No year.
Wow. There's no way it was written this year.
Yeah, probably not. Anyway, moving on. The second concern I have is about the underground shelters it mentions. The newspaper article said something about quarantining people too. After we read it, we all thought the same thing. What if this was one of those quarantine facilities?
But why would they kill people in a quarantine facility?
But this journal seems to suggest the opposite. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters.
You're trying to say that this place might be one of those underground shelters? Which would mean we're all supposed to be uninfected. We would have been thrown in here to keep us safe.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way to say for sure at this point, but it seems possible.
But Quark's been infected, right?
And maybe the virus got in somehow.
That would be bad.
Just think about it for a minute. If this is one of those shelters, a lot of things start to make sense. Maybe we've been here for a long time. Like,
yeah.
Maybe they put us to sleep somehow. Made us sleep for years, maybe even decades. While we were sleeping, the pandemic that the newspaper article talked about happened. And whoever had this journal made this entry.
And then once the antiviral treatment was finished, they woke us up.
Right. It's all just speculation, but...
Makes sense? No, that doesn't make sense. I mean, it seems like a pretty plausible scenario, but we were all captured before the pandemic started, right?
Yeah.
And how would they have put us to sleep for that long? How would they have known to do that? But most importantly, why the hell are we playing the Nonary game if the point of this place is to save us? Throwing a bunch of people into a game that might kill them is a pretty weird way to protect them from a pandemic.
Yeah, you're right.
See? See? See, I'm a
We
genius.
don't have enough information to make any real conclusions. I think we
True.
should see if we can find anything else.
Okay. Fi had barely finished speaking before she took off for the magenta door. Hey, weren't she coming to the infirmary with me?
Changed my mind. You can tell me about Quark later.
Can I tell you about Dio? And with that... What would you do in this situation? I would just tell everyone. You wouldn't have the balls to break the Axelavir knowing that everyone would kick the shit out of him afterwards. Probably tie him up or murder him. Man. Let out a long tired sigh and started off toward the infirmary. Time to wrap this episode up. We're out of time for this one. But I guess in the next one we'll find out what happens when I potentially betray him. I'm thinking about betraying him anyway. Like, what the fuck is he gonna do? Break the Axelavir and then we'll kill him. Kill his ass. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for getting up, and I'll see you in the next one.